Ahora viene la Yamal, Lewandowski se la puso, se va para el golpeo, se va.
Doué tries to kill. Oh, what a goal!
One is 17, the other is 20. You watch them play and think, how can they be this good and at such a young age? How is it possible that these two prodigies are already taking football by storm? The older one, Désiré Doué, didn't come through a flashy academy like Lamine Yamal in La Masia. He was developed in Rennes, a club that raised players like Camavinga or Dembele. But Doué, he's doing something even rarer. He's making a mark immediately at a super club, in Paris Saint-Germain. But let's not jump the gun. After impressing at Rennes as a teenager, PSG dropped over 50 million euros to sign the 19-year-old Désiré Doué. And just months later, he wasn't just training with stars, he was starting alongside them. While most young players struggle for minutes, Doué was already making an impact in Ligue 1 and the Champions League. The numbers back it up. In the 24-25 season, Doué scored 6 goals and 8 assists in Ligue 1, which is impressive enough. But in the Champions League, he went a step further. 5 goals and 4 assists, including a fantastic performance in the final against Inter Milan, where he squared it to Hakimi for a simple goal and then scored twice.
Doué, Désiré Doué! Už má rychlost, nabízí se mu Doué. Doué jde do šance!
He's still only 20 years old. Look how confident he is. Whether it's about beating defenders by his daring dribbling or splitting lines with a great pass, he plays like someone 10 years older. Calm, efficient and fearless. And this isn't just hype, we are talking real, about consistent performances at the highest level. But as impressive as Doué's rise has been, he's not the only one making waves. There actually is an even bigger name and phenomenon emerging. A name that everyone knows now, even without being a football fan. Lamine Yamal. He's just 17 years old and he's shining very brightly. For both Barcelona and the Spanish national team, he's already seen as their biggest star, which is quite unique considering his age. He came through La Masia, Barcelona's iconic talent factory, and at just 15 years old, he made his first team debut. Since then, he's been breaking records along the way. By 16, he was starting in key games for Barcelona, and before turning 17, he was already representing Spain on the international stage.
Yamal. Got a bend on it! That is simply amazing!
But it wasn't just his age that shocked everyone. It was his unpredictable dribbling and flair, his precise balance, his vision and creativity which set him apart. He can score goals, make assists, and create chances that few players his age could even imagine. Even if it was just about the way he plays, it would still be unbelievable. But then you look at his insane stats from the last 2 seasons, and it leaves you speechless. In 2023-24 season, he put up 5 goals and 7 assists in La Liga as a 16-year-old. Top-class league, top-class numbers. But this past season, he took it to another level. 18 goals plus 25 assists across all competitions in 55 matches. A rate Messi or Ronaldo didn't reach at his age. That's the kind of output you'd expect from a 25-year-old superstar, someone like Vinicius Jr. And yet, even he didn't post numbers like Yamal this season, who still has to ask permission to stay up late on match days. Crazy, right? If we compare him to Désiré Doué, we can notice many similarities. They are dynamic, both technically and mentally mature wingers. They thrive on dribbling, one-on-one situations, and are also excellent at creating chances. When they are on the ball, they are so confident. They are not afraid at all, even under pressure. But still, they are definitely not the same. Each of them brings something different to the pitch. In fact, Their contrast might just remind you of another iconic duo, Ronaldo and Messi in their early years. Doué brings directness, strength, and that rare mix of power and elegance, traits that also defined Cristiano Ronaldo during his Manchester United days. He also wasn't raised by a prestigious academy, but experienced a meteoric rise as a teenager. Yamal, on the other hand, plays with unmistakable left-footed magic, defined by balance, intelligence, and what you might just call pure Barca genius. It's the same kind of brilliance we once saw in a young Lionel Messi. Just like the legendary Argentine, Yamal isn't a pure sprinter. What sets him apart is his acceleration and those sudden changes of direction. And that's why it's so interesting to watch these two. They are not just similar talented wingers, they are both unique. They are both excellent. And as it so often goes in sports, when there are two greats, each of them wants to be the greatest. That's exactly the kind of battle we might be witnessing between Lamine Yamal and Désiré Doué. The way they rise week after week, it's like an unspoken duel, each pushing to be just a bit ahead of the other. For example, Doué puts in a world-class performance in the Champions League final, and 5 days later, Yamal responds with a moment of brilliance for Spain, scoring 2 goals against France. Just consider the importance of the games they rule. It's insane. Their careers are starting to intertwine. Two young stars playing with grown men confidence, driving their teams forward, and raising the bar for what teenagers should be capable of. And while they may not see each other as rivals just yet, football already does. By the way, who do you support more? Let me know in the comments. Now imagine this, it's El Clasico in La Liga 2030, and all eyes are on two players, Lamine Yamal in Barcelona and Désiré Doué in Real Madrid. They have both matured, both delivered, and now they face off in the biggest game on the planet, against each other. The media's already calling it the battle of the decade, and these two, who were called young prodigies in 2025, are now the two kings of football. Sorry to break the dream, but let's come back to the present. Whatever happens that night, one thing is clear, this is just the beginning. Doué and Yamal aren't just the future, they are already shaping the present. And their rivalry, it might just be the story of the next decade.